And the F.
After he'd had his 2 shots, I thought I'd let it get away a bit, just show him how it should be done. Me and Gary have been watching this bit of lucerne here. There's quite a few on it. Weather's not ideal today. Could have done with a little bit more wind. The wind's going up the field, so there's a couple of little flight lines coming. There's one right at the top of the bank, but there's a house up there, so that's a no-go. We just need to get a decent pattern out. Me and Gary shot it. Well, when did we shoot it?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Gary went back in the wood. It wasn't easy. It was really blowing a gale and raining like cats and dogs or whatever they call it. And Gary didn't want to get wet, so he went back in the wood, and I stood out here and got wet and cold.
Who got the most? Who shot most?
I did.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 93.
I've done the hedge, just keep them moving, you know.
He makes a good bird scarer. Most people use gas guns and rope bangers.
Well, I'm movable, you see.
Yeah.
He just rings me up and I just move along.
There you go. Yeah, he's a good old boy. He's worth having about. But we won't mention all the good days that I've put him in the hot spot. So he was in the hot spot
Christ,
on.
you've got a good memory, Mush, I'll tell you.
I have. You was in the hot spot on Saturday. How did you get Saturday?
Yeah, well, that's
yeah,
true.
well, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So he used me as a bird scarer. So, and back in the autumn, he used me as a bird scarer on many occasions. And I can't even count it on my 2 hands and my 2 feet.
More luck than judgment, that was.
He is a better shot than me, as we will find out in a minute. Me and Gary are going to set up in a high down the bottom here. They fly through the valley. We're hoping to keep them moving now. We've got another field here which is 25-30 acres. They do make for here quite a bit. Yeah. Better put quite a breeze down here.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people go wrong with these high poles, they put them in the other way round. They drop them down, they go straight through they tear the bag. So it always pays to put them in this way first, otherwise it tends to go through the bottom of the bag. And then people are saying, oh, the bags aren't strong enough, but if you put them in the right way round, they are strong enough.
Good job they're adjustable, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So no, these come up really high, so good thing is we can make it high all round. I've got other high poles that I use, so, but...
And do you two both like the same size height? Or?
Similar.
Yeah.
Sometimes I struggle, we're in the same height, sometimes I struggle getting over the net sometimes. That's more for design, I think.
You're right.
Yeah, because then I'm like, if I miss it, then he shoots it.
It's all tactics.
Tactics, I like the tactics.
One come in and I say, where, Mush?
He's jumping to get over the height and I'm just there, boff, just take it out.
You both shoot standing all the time?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah. The thing is, I'll probably sit down when I get older, but now I tend to, if you're sitting down and one comes in and over the decoys and away, time to get up, it's 90 yards away. And I can only hit them at 25 yards, so I like them, bang, like that, poof. That's the best.
That's the outside, isn't it?
What we're opting for today, we've got a couple of flappers. We usually use rotaries, but today we're going to go for a flapper, just a little bit of movement, just to keep things moving. That's the plan. But if they need a bit more movement, what we might do is just tuck a rotary back along the hedge. I might do that anyway, just tuck a rotary just along the hedge here, tight against the hedge, so that, because the way the wind is, it's coming down the field, so the bulk of the pigeons are going to come across and curl in through here. So if I put a rotary up there, say 15-20 yards to my right hand side, it might attract the ones from the top of the bank there. That's the plan. So I've been helping Nick. I've got the FF1 back at the yard, and I can seem to get all the prototypes. So when you're developing things, you're going to have problems. So, but no, I'll get these, and I love them. It's like he's got the auto. Gary was shooting in some rape on Saturday, and he had the auto riser, which comes from low and comes up, flaps flaps when it gets to the top, goes down, then flaps again. Gary had it set up to the top of the crop, and it just well, he kept calling me, he said, you ought to get yourself one of these. Well, I've only got one of them, so Gary had that. But yeah, so yeah, I love them. I love them. It's like everything. Today a flapper will work, and tomorrow a rotary will work. It's just trial and error. That's it. That's the only thing with pigeon shooting. No 2 days are the same, and no 2 pigeons are the same. So that's what I like about it. The reason we've got the pattern set like this, we've got a bit of a wood down here on the right. Well, your left, my right. The pigeons are going to tend to come through there as the wind's coming straight down the field today, so hopefully they're going to come straight up along the pitch. Come over the pattern. We've got a flapper on right on one side of it. We've got one on the far side. Hopefully just going to draw them across. Where Gary's standing, there's a little bit of a hole, not much, but there's enough. But they're hopefully going to make it there. If it comes to it, what we probably will do, if we need to, is put a whirly up on their right hand side when we're in the hide, on their right hand side, just for a bit more movement to try and draw the ones from that end of the field, because we're not quite halfway, but close enough.
It's one of the jobs, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. In fact, they might see it, but it'll be later on when they start getting a bit hungry, they want to come. This time of year, I like to use real pigeons, they always look better. Once we get a few fresh ones, we'll get them set up, and they've got a better sheen on the feathers when they're fresh. So. But yeah, I'll just get in and make some noise.
Look at that. Oh, I'd just like to catch it off. And here.
We had 2 flappers out there, we're back to 1 now. Whether we thought that might be too much, so we put a rotary out, but like I said, I was going to tuck it in against the hedge, just along on the right hand side here. It's not quite as far along as I was going to put it. But yeah, as soon as we put that up, the pigeons started looking. They're not committing how I was expecting. Wanted a bit more wind really, just so they fix on something then. They tend to fix on the decoys when there's a bit more wind. It'll be after 2, 3 o'clock when they come back for their final feed. What time was we shooting here the other week, 2 weeks ago?
Quite late, Andy, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4 o'clock we were still,
yeah,
4, half 4, they were still coming, so yeah. We just got to hope they don't go somewhere else. But like I said, they've got so much they can feed on now with buds and grasses or the clovers and that are starting to grow, so on the grass paddocks, so they're tending to get on a bit of everything.
Yeah. Look at that.
Cool. Christ. Michelle made it last night. It's one of her specialities. It's got cranberries and everything in it. It's lovely.
Very nice.
Cool. You know you can.
Shot.
Well done, Mish. Yours, Gary. Oh, you! just pulling the trigger, Mush. I just got a line of that. You. Why'd you do that? Any more? What's up, really? What's up behind it?
One for you, George.
They're new chugs.
What chokes you got in?
These are 3/8 between half and. I've only just got them, yeah.
What make are they?
They're chokes. No, they're brillies. That's what Blaser use. They use briley chokes. So.
They was the best at one time, weren't they, bridles?
Yeah, brillies. Yeah, you got teak chokes. They're good.
You put your hand over the top to cover the cartridges, don't you, when you close the gun?
Yeah.
I notice you do it like it's just natural to you, whatever you shoot.
Decoys, one on the ground, your side. Shot. Oh. Take this one here, you take that. Stay with it. What?
No, there's two.
Take it. Oh. Pitch. Yeah. Another thing we do when we've been pigeon shooting, at the end of the day, if some of the later ones that are shot, some of the final birds, it's nice to open their crops and you can work out what they've been feeding on, where they've been. There you go. See, it's got chickweed flowers, clover, white clover, bit of rape in there by the looks of it. Yeah, it's fine rape, which is just over the bank there. So they've just wherever they can get. See, that's your red clover in there. Yeah, a bit of everything really. So that's what the thing is, that's like I said this morning, they got so much they can feed on this time of year, and that just proves that they got chickweed flowers, bit of rape in there, and white clover. Sorry, red clover. And he hasn't got a crop for one, and that's how much he's got. Imagine 1,000 pigeons on a rape field. This is a lucerne, you can see there. It's similar to a white clover, and if you look, you can see there's leaves missing. That's where the pigeons have been on it. But yeah, they love this. It gets going. They keep on it now for probably another 2-3 weeks. We'll probably get another 3 or 4 goes, or another 3 goes on it at least, until it starts getting long, and then yeah, and then they move off of this onto the buds and that, and any spring drillings. So yeah, it's been really hard work. Well, them decoyed at all really. You got some on the camera that decoyed, didn't they? But
yeah, towards the end when they got hungry.
When they got hungry, there's a few come, but no, it was hard work. They come and they just weren't sure. We had 2 flappers for a start, then we took 1 flapper in and put a rotary out to the right, and then towards the end we put a lot of fresh birds out and took the pattern past us, so that the birds tended to come past us. Put the second rotary up, and that did help a bit, and especially, like I said, 3 o'clock onwards, I'd expect them to come a bit harder when they got hungry, which they did, didn't they? So, but we pulled off some good shots. Hopefully Bax has got them on camera. He was jumping around like a kangaroo in the back of the hide, so hopefully he's done all right.
What was the final bag?
I know there's over 70 here. I was hoping to get 50 today, so that's a plus. I think if they decoyed, we would have shot well over 100. Gary pulled off some real stonkers. He surprised himself. He don't usually shoot that far, but he was knocking them down.
I had to check see if he'd shot it.
Yeah, he thought I'd shot it, but I hadn't.
Gary, who shot better, you or Andy?
Oh, I can't say.
We both shot about the same today, but I will say one thing. There was one coming in quite easy. Gary hit it and then missed it, and I shot it after he'd had his 2 shots. I thought I'd let it get away a bit, just show him how it should be done, and yeah, but that's what it's all about, banter, and yeah, we had a great day.